So, looks like Sega just dropped the official Sonic timeline. Hello fellow gamers, what is up? This is Grace and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be going over the official Sonic timeline. This was just dropped by Sega recently and we're going to analyze it. Let's go. Okay, so this is the official website for the Sonic World story. Shout out to Sonic Stadium on Twitter for dropping this. This is crazy that we actually are now just got an official timeline. Starting with Prehistory, Destruction and Regeneration by Dark Gaia and Light Gaia. At some point, Dark Gaia, which grew over millions of years, destroyed the Earth, and Light Gaia healed it, repeating the same history. Okay, so the whole timeline starts with Unleashed, and I love that. And then we go on to Sonic Frontiers. Love that game. If you haven't played it, go play it. The Ancients and the Chaos Emeralds. The Ancients take refuge on Earth with the Chaos Emeralds. A small number of their descendants escape to a place called Mystic Ruins. We all know this story. And build a temple to the Master Emerald. Over the course of hundreds of thousands of years, the Ancients become the Chao. Oh my gosh, when I found out that the Chao were the Ancients, like for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh. Frontiers is such a beautiful game. I love it so much. Unleash, Frontiers, Shadow Generations. Oh my gosh, they're such good games. And now we go on to tens of thousands of years ago. Dark Gaia's redestruction of Earth, the earliest record. The Earth is destroyed by a super energy life form called Dark Gaia that emerged from the core of a star. This event was later recorded in the ancient documents known as the Gaia documents. Tens of thousands to thousands of years. The ancestor of the Babylonian bandits washed up on Earth. Heads up, this is also the very first Sonic game that I ever played and is what introduced me into the franchise. Another great game. Sonic Rider Zero Gravity here. So, a spaceship from faraway space and goes out of control, and the race that is the ancestor of the Babylon bandits crash lands on Earth. The engine unit of the ship that was separated at that time is scattered around the world, and later comes to be called Ark of the Stars. The exact time is unknown. And then we move on to thousands of years ago. The Echidna tribe is destroyed by the wrath of chaos. The Echidna tribe attacks the temple of the Master Emerald to steal it, but their Chao companions are sacrificed and the Echidna tribe is wiped out by the enraged chaos. Please ever forgive me, I have never played Sonic Adventure or Adventure 2, but if you are watching my live streams, for those who have watched my live streams, I am going to be live streaming those games pretty soon. We just have other games to finish, but please forgive me. I know the story, but I've never played like the adventure games. But it's so crazy. The poor Chao. Oh, they're just little Chao. Now we go on to 2,000 years ago. Black Arms preparations for invasion of Earth. The Black Arms drop on a flying temple on Griffith on Earth. Okay, then here we go introducing the Sonic the Hedgehog game, which is another one I really want to play, and I really wanted badly to be brought into either Switch 2, PC port, Steam, I don't care. ML is born. In an ancient civilization, combat robots called Gizoids are created, one of which is later named ML. And then we go on to 50 years ago. You all know why I'm so smiling over this. It's Sonic the Hedgehog! Wow! Black Doom and the Dark Pact. Black Doom contacts Professor Gerald and offers up his own DNA in exchange for guidance on how to invade Earth 50 years from now. Shadow is then created from that DNA. The Ark Destruction Incident. The ancient combat robots Gizoid that were the subject of research within Ark go out of control, causing extensive damage to Ark facilities. This is one of the reasons why Gun intervenes in Ark. And then, no! Why did they use that? No! Maria! Frick. Gun attack on Ark. Maria is killed in a sudden gun attack. Gerald, who has lost his mind due to his granddaughter's robbery, prepares to take revenge on Arc System and Shadow. He is also imprisoned and executed. Sorry, I'm overreading this. And then we got 10 years ago, and then we got Sonic 06. Sonic and Iris' altered history. Is it Iris? I can't pronounce it, forgive me. Sonic and Iris go back in time and blow out the Solaris flames, which are the source of the tragedy. This means that the Solaris experiment never failed. The world is saved from crisis and the devastated future becomes a peaceful world. However, this series of events also never happened in history. So they're really confirming that everything that happened in Sonic 06 never happened. I mean, it was kind of pretty obvious at the end of the game. But just the fact that they literally put down that last part right there, The events never happened in history. So Sonic 06 was just like, never really, like, it was canon, but everything that happened never happened. So including that one scene that we all cringe over. It was one of the most disturbing, cringiest scenes I've ever seen. I don't ever want to see that again. It was so bad. Solaris' experiment failed. It was a seal. When Kane Soleana's Solaris experiments fail, he sacrifices his own life to prevent the flames of calamity, or as we know in the Knuckles series,
the flames of disaster!
Being awakened and destroying the world, sealing Iblis within his daughter Iris. We know in the Sonic movie universe is definitely a little bit different, like somewhat different. It's kind of like the same how it is in the games, but what's totally different about this in the Knuckles series, that Knuckles is the one with the flames of, well, I'm gonna call it flames of disaster. They call it flames of calamity. He has the flames. So I wonder how it's going to play out with Iblis and Silver. I wonder how they're going to play that out. I'm actually very curious and excited at the same time. Dr. Eggman attacks South Island. Sonic defeats Dr. Eggman, who attacks South Island to steal the Chaos Emeralds and prevents him from taking over the world. And this is where we got the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game where it all started. Sorry for spirit going over, because this is where exactly it all started with the Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic rescues Amy, who was kidnapped by Metal Sonic. Amy, who had a fateful encounter with Sonic on Little Planet, became embroiled in Dr. Eggman's evil deeds and was kidnapped by Metal Sonic. Sonic defeated Metal Sonic and rescued Amy, thus thwarting Dr. Eggman's ambitions. And this is where it all starts, of Sonic and Amy's adorable little moments throughout the rest of the games. And they're so cute. I can't wait for Sonic 4 and how Sonic and Amy interact in movie 4. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cute. Death Egg crashes into Angel Island. Sonic and Tails work together to defeat Dr. Eggman, who attacks West Side Island. The destroyed Space Fortress, the Death Egg crashes into Angel Island, and that's where we got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 here. Recover the Master Emerald, prevent the Death Egg Fortress from reviving. Dr. Eggman tricks Knuckles into stealing the Master Emerald and plots to revive the crashed Space Fortress, the Death Egg. However, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles work together to destroy the Death Egg, thwarting Dr. Eggman's ambitions of world domination. The Master Emerald's restored, and Angel Island rises into the sky once again. This is from Sonic and Knuckles. And then we got Sonic Mania. You go watch my Sonic Mania live streams. During this recording, I'm almost done with the game, and man, this game is so great. I love it. The mysterious secret stone, Phantom Ruby. Dr. Eggman unearths a gem with mysterious powers called the Phantom Ruby, which sends Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles to various worlds. After being defeated by Sonic and his friends, the Phantom Ruby leaves Dr. Eggman's hands and disappears across time and space into Modern Sonic's world, Sonic Forces. Another game I haven't played yet. Sonic Forces Speed Battle doesn't count, but I play that one a lot. I have not played Forces yet. A lot of the games I haven't played because I didn't have a Switch back then. I had a Wii. And so, yeah, this is another one. I have a whole list of games that I am going to be live streaming, and this Sonic Forces is one of them. The fateful battle over the Phantom Ruby. After saving the world with modern Sonic and Sonic Forces, Sonic returns to his original time. He chases after the flying Phantom Ruby and discovers Mighty and Ray, who have been captured. Sonic rescues them, but one of them is a fake. Sonic saves his friends and defeats Dr. Eggman, who has once again obtained the Phantom Ruby, and world peace is once again secured. And we got Sonic Superstars here. Yes, another game I haven't played. I'm sorry. You can go ahead and rant about it in the comments. I'm not. Go ahead. These games will be live streamed, okay? Dr. Eggman invades the North Star Islands. Dr. Eggman and the bounty hunter Fane invade the North Star Islands. They overwork and drag Trip, who lives there, around. Sonic and his friends use the Chaos Emerald's new power, Emerald Power, to thwart Dr. Eggman and his men's evil deeds. Yes, I know about the character Trip, and I love her design. It's so cute. Alright, and then we move on to the modern Sonic era. A fierce battle with the resurrected Metal Sonic. Dr. Eggman completely revives Metal Sonic. He launches the Death Egg MK.2. Please forgive me, I'm just guessing the two I's there are Roman numerals. Into the sky above Little Planet and sets out to conquer the world. However, Sonic once again defeats Metal Sonic in a fierce battle, destroying the Death Egg MK.2 and dashing Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Yeah, I want to take a look at these games. Every time I open up the App Store, and I need to like update like any apps I have on my phone, these two pop up, and I'm like, I need to play those two one of these days. But I'm trying to finish the games I have in my backlog first, so we can live stream them. Sonic and his friends save the world from the threat of perfect chaos, and this is from Sonic Adventure. Another great game. Dr. Eggman releases Chaos, who was sealed away in the Master Emerald, and tries to use it to take over the world. However, Chaos goes out of control and evolves into Perfect Chaos, bringing the world to the brink of great destruction. However, thanks to Sonic and the will of many people, the Chaos Emeralds, which had lost their power, are restored, and Sonic transforms into Super Sonic and stops Perfect Chaos and crushes Dr. Eggman's ambitions. I swear, Metal Sonic... I know Sonic 4 is to be like based on Sonic CD, but I'm very, very curious on how they're going to introduce Chaos. This is just a random theory. He ends up in the New York State Park at the end credits of Sonic 3, and Chaos, Perfect Chaos, is attacking like a huge city. What are the odds that Perfect Chaos might be in Sonic 4? Not saying he is, or maybe he might not. I'm not sure if he will or not. Just a wild theory I just thought of as I'm sitting here reading this. The crisis of Marginal World, a different world of light and dreams. Lumina, the guardian spirit of Marginal World, summoned Sonic and his friends to stop Void from conquering Marginal World. Sonic and Lumina use magic cards and the Force jewels to save Marginal World from the brink of collapse. Yeah, I've never played Sonic Shuffle before. That's another old game, and no, that's from the Dreamcast, it looks like. And then we got Sonic Adventure 2. I'm so excited to live stream this game after I finish Mania. I'm so excited to play Adventure 2. We'll keep an eye out for the live stream for that game. I think we're forgetting someone before I start reading this. Perfect. Now we can continue reading. Dr. Eggman awakens Shadow and tries to use him to take over the world, but Shadow uses him instead to carry out the revenge plan led by Gerald. In the final stage of his revenge, Shadow regains his true memories, and thanks to Amy, he cooperates with Sonic and saves the world at the cost of his own life. Bro, I'm getting flashbacks of both this and the third movie playing in my brain right now. I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't help but fangirl and cry when I'm reading stuff like this. Cream and Cheese's first adventure. Sonic meets Cream and saves her with his friends. They rescue Vanilla, who is kidnapped, and defeat Dr. Eggman, who is plotting to build Eggman Land again. Never played that one. I'm hoping a lot of these games get brought to like the Switch 2 or Steam or something. I really want to play a lot of these older games I've never had on older consoles before. Metal Sonic, who has regained his sense of self, rebels and imprisons Dr. Eggman, and in his name issues a challenge to Sonic and his friends to conquer the world. Metal Sonic gathers Sonic and his friends, biodata during the battle and becomes more powerful, but is ultimately defeated by Sonic and his friends. Oh no, we're doing more Shadow stuff. Oh no. Okay. Shadow repels Black Doom's invasion of Earth. Black Doom, an alien invader, invades the Earth. Shadow, provoked by Black Doom to learn about his past, travels the world in search of the Chaos Emeralds, sometimes at odds with Sonic and the others. Many other struggles. Shadow defeats Black Doom, fulfills the wish entrusted to him, and resolves to overcome his past and move forward. Okay, I really want to know how they're introduce Black Doom in the, I'm going to call it the SCU. The Sonic movies, we'll call it SCU. I wonder how they're going to introduce Black Doom. We get a Shadow spin-off. I don't care if it's a movie or TV show. I gotta know how they're going to introduce Black Doom. I'm so curious because in the third movie, he comes from a meteor, right? And he's not created in a lab. So I'm so curious on, like, oh my gosh. I swear that spin-off, that Shadow spin-off is going to end up making us cry. If the third movie made us cry more than once, you know the spin-off is going to as well. ML's growth and rampage. Dr. Eggman tries to reboot the ancient weapon Gizoid and uses it to take over the world, but it doesn't work and he discards it. Sonic picks it up, names it ML, and raises it. Dr. Eggman tries to use ML, who has gained powers as a combat weapon, but ends up causing him to go out of control. There's no way to stop ML safely, and Sonic ends up defeating him. Oh my god, please forgive me. I don't know if it's pronounced Zymel. Is this Zymel? I'm sorry, I've never played this one either. Dr. Eggman used the power of the Chaos Emeralds to split the world into 7 parts. He repeatedly used Zymel, a combat robot, developed based on Emmer against Sonic and his friends, but was unable to win. And eventually Zymel went berserk. Dr. Eggman was defeated. Zymel was then retrieved and repaired and adjusted by Tails, and began living as a member of the Cream family. Oh, Cute. Oh, is that the? Oh my gosh, wait, is that the one robot from the? I'm so sorry. The only time I've ever seen that robot was from the Sonic IDW comics during the Zombot arc. Blaze, the princess from another world, comes to Sonic's world. Blaze comes to Sonic's world from another world in pursuit of the stolen Soul Emeralds. Through his interactions with Amy and Cream and fighting alongside Sonic, Blaze begins to trust Sonic and the others a little. Sonic and Blaze work together to defeat Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nega, and Blaze recovers the Soul Emeralds and returns to her own world. A major incident surrounding the Flame of Calamity begins to unfold. We're going to call it the Flames of Disaster. In order to obtain the Flames of Disaster, Dr. Eggman kidnaps Princess Elise, who was sealed away by Iblis. Sonic rushes to rescue her, and Silver, who travels back in time to defeat Sonic in order to save the future. Shadow, who is on a mission to Dr. Eggman's base, and the mysterious being Mephiles all become entangled in a major incident, each with their own intentions and destinies. Battle against the Babylon Bandits in the fastest race in the world. Dr. Eggman is hosting the Extreme Gyro World's fastest competition. Sonic and his friends compete in a heated race against the Babylon Bandits for the prize. However, the race is a trap set by Dr. Eggman to steal the treasures of the Babylon Temple. Sonic and Tails get lost in Blaze's world. They are rescued by Marine, a self-proclaimed adventurer, and while investigating the islands, they are reunited with Blaze. However, before they can enjoy their reunion, they are caught up in a national treasure, the Jeweled Staff, being stolen right before their eyes, and they end up chasing pirates with Blaze. Sonic and his friends defeat Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nega, who were controlling the pirates, and retrieve the Jewel Staff. Rampage of the Sky Ruins, Babylon Garden. Jet's ancestor was capable of warp travel through gravity conversion. That spaceship was the modern Babylon Garden, and the Ark of the Stars was its engine unit. When all 5 Ark of the Stars gathered in the Babylon Garden floating in the sky, the output went out of control, and Babylon Garden was on the verge of turning into a black hole. Sonic, Jet, and the others were able to avert the worst case scenario. And then we got Sonic Unleashed! Another one of my favorite games. I need to find a way to play it on PC. I don't own an Xbox, so I need to find a way to play this game, again, on PC. Unless it magically comes to the Switch or Switch 2, Sega, make it happen. I don't care if you bring it to Steam. Make it happen. I would love to see it and I would cry. Dark Gaia is forcibly awakened by Dr. Eggman. In order to realize his ambitions, Dr. Eggman took the powers from Supersonic, split the planet into 7, and forcibly awakened Dark Gaia. Sonic, along with the amnesiac chip, traveled to the Dark Gaia Temple to restore the powered Chaos Emeralds and the world, regaining his powers and defeating Dark Gaia. Friendship with Alien Wisp. Dr. Eggman takes over the planets where the Wisps live and builds Egg Planet Park. He plans to steal the powerful energy of the alien Wisp who live there and activate a terrible weapon. Sonic and his friends cooperate with the Wisps even though they can't communicate with each other and thwart Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Alright, looks like we're jumping into Sonic and Shadow Generations. Love that game so much. Especially Shadow Generations. Bro, we can't... Y'all, we all know why that game made us cry. 2 Sonics, past and future. After his defeat at Egg Planet Park, Dr. Eggman finds a Time Eater who can manipulate time and space. He uses it to power to summon his past self and begin a plan to rewrite the timeline. Sonic is sucked into the Time Eater, who suddenly appears and wakes up in a world of pure white. He meets a smaller version of himself there, and together they work together to restore the world and his friends, whose life, force, and color had been sucked out, and defeat the 2 Dr. Eggman in the Time Eater. And then we got the Shadow Generations all happening right now. Oh no. I'm not prepared to read this. I'm not prepared to read this. No. A fleeting moment of darkness and light is resurrected. Taking advantage of the time-space anomaly caused by the Time Eater, Black Doom is resurrected. When he reunites with Shadow in the white space, he provokes him and encourages him to awaken his powers. Meanwhile, Maria and Gerald, who were supposed to have died long ago, are also resurrected. They spent a fleeting, precious time together in the stopped time-space. In the end, Black Doom attempts to absorb Shadow, who has become the strongest Black Arms warrior. But Shadow's heart has not been consumed by darkness, and he refuses with Maria's wish in his heartbeat to defeat Black Doom.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, the amount of time I had to hold those. Now I don't know. Oh man. Extreme Gear World Championships held in Targ Kingdom. Dr. Eggman disguises himself as Cane Doc of the Targ Kingdom in order to embed the biodata of Sonic and the other racers into Metal Sonic. He holds the World Grand Prix, a global competition for extreme gear, where the winner will receive a huge prize of money and treasure. The race begins where the thoughts of each participating team intersect. 6 demons betray Dr. Eggman. So Dr. Eggman finds the Lost Hex, a mystical land where the Oni clan live, and uses the conch shell, which is their weak point, to enslave the 6 demons and absorb life energy from the earth. However, after losing the conch shell, the 6 demons betray Dr. Eggman, banish him, steal the device, and suck out all the life and energy, putting the earth in danger of collapse. Sonic and Dr. Eggman have no choice but to join forces to defeat the 6 demons, and they defeat them. King Dodonpa holds a car race in the Donpa Kingdom. Dr. Eggman steals the ultimate power engine developed by Dodonpa of the Donpa Kingdom and plots to use it for evil purposes. However, just as he is using the engine for evil purposes, he is defeated by Sonic and his friends, and his ambitions are thwarted. So, wait, Sonic Forces comes after? Did Sonic Forces, like the game, release after Team Sonic Racing? Wait. Did it really? I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that. You guys gotta let me know in the comments. Did Sonic Forces actually come out after? Why am I thinking Team Sonic Racing came out after Sonic Forces? Did it? Sonic and his avatar team up to free the world that was 99% conquered by Dr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman creates an infinite army with the power of the newly acquired Phantom Ruby, and with Infinite at his side. He takes control of 99% of the world. However, Dr. Eggman and his allies are defeated by the Resistance army formed by Sonic's friends and the Avatar, which is the player's character, who joined it. Modern and classic Sonic, and peace is restored to the world. So they're not even going to mention that Sonic was taken prisoner by Eggman for like 6 months and tortured, even though the guy did not even look like he was tortured at all one bit. A mysterious girl holds Knuckles captive in cyberspace. We have all seen that one short. This is probably from that short they put out before Frontiers released. While investigating the ancient ruins he discovered on Angel Island, Knuckles is sent to Ares Island. Just as Knuckles thinks that Dr. Eggman is behind it, a mysterious girl appears and traps him in cyberspace. Sonic and Sage protect the world from the end. Dr. Eggman attempted to use the technology of the Ancients of Starfall Islands and connected to the network, causing a series of incidents. Sage, involved by accessing the Ancients' technology, and began to interfere with Sonic in order to protect Dr. Eggman, who was trapped in cyberspace. In the process, Sage noticed the unknown potential of Sonic, whose answers could not be found through calculations. He suggested to Dr. Eggman that they fight the true enemy. Together, they defeated the End and saved the world. And also, Sage sacrificed herself, and I cried. I was like, oh my gosh, they really end the game with Eggman looking up and knowing that his daughter was gone. And I was like, oh my gosh. That's sad. I was crying throughout the whole credits until I started crying even more when I saw the ending. You see he brings Sage back and was like, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad. That was like, man. 200 years later, the future world before the change. The world has been devastated by Iblis. Silver and Blaze are fighting an endless battle against Iblis, who keeps resurrecting. With the guidance of Mephiles, a mysterious figure who suddenly appears. The two travel back in time to the era in which Sonic and his friends live to kill the person who is said to be the Iblis trigger in the cause of this devastation. Which we all know now that the events, everything that happened, it was all fixed. So Silver's world is okay. So it's so weird, like 200 years later, this is like what would have happened to like Sonic's world, which is insane. And then altered future world. Due to Sonic and Elise's changes to history, the calamity of fire no longer exists and the disaster itself has not occurred, leaving the world in a state of peace. So Silver's world is doing okay. So yeah, that is the official song timeline. Let me know where your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below on this timeline here. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And if you want a shout out at the end of all my videos, be sure to support me on Ko-fi or become a member of the Gamer Squad. I will be seeing you in the next video. Love you guys. Happy gaming!